everyone, and thanks for stopping by my channel. So today I thought I would make a little another Christmas journal, but this one is going to be with envelopes, folded envelopes. And I don't know why, I think I got it upside down. Anyway, it's going to fold out like this and like that, okay? But I'm going to show you how to do it, and then we can decorate. So this one is ready to go, and let me tell you what you need. You need 4 envelopes. These are I believe 5 by 7s, 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. No, yes, 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. You could have any size you want, but you know, for a journal you would want something a decent size, because I have even larger envelopes. I think they're like 8 by 5 or something like that. 8 by, I don't know. Anyway, but you just need 4 of those. Then you need 2 small envelopes if you have them. These are going to be like a flip on the inside. I'll show you. And I only have one, because this is the one. It's going to have to fit on this, in this area here, this length, the width of this, which is 5 1/4. So this needs to be around 5 1/4. This one's exactly 5. So if you have those, you can use those. And it really doesn't matter about the height of them. They're going to flip over. So I don't have one, so I decided to cut my one of my craft style envelopes, the long one, in half, and that'll give me 2 to use as the flaps. And even if you don't have an envelope, you probably could just do a cardstock, but you will need to make a hinge. Okay, I mean, you could do a cardstock that size. This is a 9 1/2, so that would be 4. Let's see if this matches up. Like 4 3/4. Something like that. I could just bend it. That would have been easier. Oh, it's the right amount. So I hope everybody's doing well. It's been nice weather here, but it's going downhill fast. So we're going to have some winter weather, which I'm not ready for, but it is what it is. That's when my pipes freeze, you know? Okay, so on 2 of these, we are going to score them. Thought I had my scoreboard out already. Nope. Okay, on 2 of the envelopes, we're going to score on the flap from the outer edge of that envelope. It's kind of hard to get up there and do that, but that's what we're doing. And we're going to do that 1 inch. Okay. And that is going to be part of the spine right there. Okay. So we're going to do another one. The same. Because you kind of want them to be exactly the same if you could get it. Okay, there's those. Then on these, we need to score an, let me think about this. I think we score 1/8 of an inch on this flap. But this part is going to be so we need to get like 1/8 of an inch spine on this. Okay. I don't think this is going to show. I think it'll be covered. I hope. Yeah, I think it will. Let's just hope that it is. If not, I will just cover this thing and use it. But you're supposed to have a pocket. So we'll see. Okay. I can't believe I don't have any small envelopes. They're all a little bit too big. All my note cards and things that I use are all the wrong size. You just don't realize you're running out of supplies. And I thought, well, I'll get on Amazon and see if I can find some brown craft envelopes. Okay, so those are that. And then these two here, one of these two is going to have 1/8 of an inch a little spine. Whoops. It doesn't look big enough, but we'll see. Okay. So I'm probably not going to finish this right this minute. I may have to take this, do this in two parts. It'll all be the same video, but I have to do some things, and I spent all morning just printing out. My sister called and staying on the phone. I don't know how we can talk so long without running out of stuff to say. All right, so let's now figure out what we're going to do to put these together. So the ones that are the that have the 1 inch, that is going to be glued down. Like so. Yeah, that should match up. I'm just going to look at my sample here a second. Okay, looks like I've got this one on the top. I don't know what difference it would make, but you want them to kind of line up here like this on that crease and on this crease. Did I get the wrong envelope? No. Okay. So right there. The last time when I did the sample, it just like fit like a glove. And now this one's acting like, okay. I guess that's okay. I'm going to crease this a little better. Okay, so now we're going to just glue all this in here. I wonder if I should have got my mat so I could make sure I got it straight. Let me get my glue. So the process of this is not very hard. Okay, so I'm going to get that one on there straight. And I bet you these aren't really totally straight anyway. Move it a little bit and it goes a mile. Okay. And I'm going to put some glue. I guess it doesn't matter. You can do the whole thing. I want to make sure that these are the same height, basically. Okay. And this part here, I'm just going to glue it down, I think. I don't remember exactly what I did with this. I thought it fit inside. I made this before, but I don't know what journal it was, so can't go back and look. All right, so got this part. Now, this part here, we're going to put some cardstock. Let me see if I have a piece in this to give it a stronger spine. Okay, so I need to cut this down. I could do, what do you call it, board, but, all right, so this is supposed to be an inch, so I'm going to cut this down just a hair less than an inch, so it'll fit in there. Let's say if it doesn't work, I'll have to cut it again. Okay, so like so and like so. And this is going to take away that little divot that's left. See? So let me glue that in. Check my lines again. Make sure everything is down. You could put tape in here if you wanted to, but I think this will work just fine. I'm not going to ink anything yet. Okay, so now on this side here, we can put some designer type piece of paper so it looks a little better. And I wonder if I want it to go over the edge a little. Yeah, I think it'll be fine that way. Who knows? Just want to go like a 1/2 inch on each side. This is that paper from C. Francis Arts. I'm going to ink this because I don't know if it's going to show. I don't think it will. I don't need it inked all the way down either. Okay, I like this red part. All right, I'm just going to take my glue stick. This will just be an extra little bit of stabilizer in there. You could use fabric if you wanted. I don't want to glue all of the whole thing. The glue to here. So, I started out with a real easy day and I just got busier and busier. All right. Oh, you know what? I think I want to say I need to I'm just going to put it like this on this side. I was thinking I needed to go to the other side as well. Okay, so, whoops. Oh shoot, that's not gonna work. I'm sorry, you guys. This needs to be on the front. This needs to be on the front. Doesn't have to be, but yeah, it really doesn't have to be on the front. So, I'm not going to put this piece on yet. I'm going to wait, let that dry, and see where it goes. Okay. So that stabilizes that. Now we need, I believe, the tops of our cards. This needs to be folded back. Let me see here. That does not work. Let's see this way. So we have that little bit of so that doesn't get glued down, that edge. So you just want the glue on that edge. Let me just check my things over here and see if that's what I've done. Hopefully I do this right. Okay. Okay, so if I put that there, then there is a pocket inside here. And if I have to cover this, I'll just make a pocket on the top of it or something. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. But you're going to glue the flaps on the inside, not the outside of the pocket. So that is going to, oops, I didn't keep it that way. It's going to go up here like so. Line it up. And then the bottom one, I'm going to do the same thing. Hold on, let me see. That goes that way. Okay. So I just want to see where I have to glue. Again, we're just going to leave that little spine. That's just to help it when it's folding over. And get that lined up with that one. And it's okay if it overlaps because it's going to flip open. So whatever we do there, and then these will just, we can put a closure or whatever we want once we get it figured out. Okay, so now the next part, so now we're going to do maybe I do make a hinge on both these. Let me think about it. Okay. This one we made the hinge. So that one is going to go under here and glue down where the hinge is. So we have this little boxy area. And then the next one, I love how I put them all together and then I took them all apart. So I don't know what it's doing. Okay, so there's going to be another one. One opens here. One opens here. No, I lied. Goes over here. Okay, so this one goes here. And this one goes over here. And you should have your flap here. So this one, I don't think we have to put the 1/8 of an inch piece in. You know, the extra. So I'm going to just give this a glue. And layer that to that line, leaving that little gap, 1/8 of an inch gap. Okay. Like that. And then this one goes, keep doing it, this one goes this way at the end of this one. All right, so I'm gonna glue this. Now, if you don't, this is going to be the back of the journal, so you might not want to glue this down. You might want to decorate this flap and this in two different things, and then you can either glue it down or you can put an eyelet in here, and then you could put a string in and put an eyelet here, and you should have a full closure like that. Nope. Or maybe not. I thought it could be done that way, but I don't think it's going to work that way. So I'm just going to glue it down. I will link the lady that did this years ago. She has only 3 videos on her channel. I don't know what happened, but that's all she's got. So I guess she probably just decided this wasn't for her after all. All right, so there we are. So get this one back. So now you can fold this one in like this, or you can, let me see if that's the only, I guess that's the only way to fold it, like that and that. Okay, and then you decorate, and in here will be a journal pages. So, you know, you could almost make 2 signatures if you wanted to. I don't know yet how many signatures, but I do know that I'm not going to spend a lot of time in the signatures putting pockets and stuff, because this is just for a little Christmas journal. You can use it for whatever you want. This digital is from C. Francis Art, and I love these cardinals, but I'm not sure how to decorate with them because they're all redbirds or cardinals. I guess they're all so pretty, but we can't have one on every page, right? At least I don't think so. I think this needs to be glued down. It was left up for some kind of a decoration here, so maybe I can work on that. So let's say this guy here would be good on the front, because he's way over here. Or do we want the cardinal on front? I think I want the cardinal because I do love cardinals. I have lots of cardinal things for Christmas. My daughter always gets me something. Okay. So I'm going to lay that flat. And like I said, how much time do I have? Oh, okay, I've got a little bit of a time. I'm going to ink this up maybe because I don't know if I get into it. I probably don't need to ink around the edges until I'm done. This one, whatever I glue on, I have to ink it. All right, so let's take that. So what you have left is just deciding what papers you want to use. If you're going to have pockets, journal cards that go inside the pockets. You know, you could do a lot of stuff with just these little bitty amounts of paper. I just thought these were just so pretty. And I printed these 2 to a page, And I used, on my printer, I used 5.5. And if you do it, I guess on different printers, you can do it by percentages or whatever, but I knew my envelopes were around that size, and I should have done this anyway before I glued that, but I can go back and get those. So that one is cute. Come on. Okay. I like that for the front. May need more things, but I like it that way so far. Okay, so I'm going to see what I can do here. I'm thinking I also cut out or printed out these plaids from the same designer. Need something in there. I guess that would have been okay to put in there. It's not going to cover the whole page. I didn't glue that down, did I? Okay. I'll say. It wouldn't matter if I did glue it down, but I want to cover it. So I wanted to use this for a template. I'm just going to rip these. That puts that little bit of a green right there. That's nice. Okay. Just get on the other side of this white. Which way does it go? No, it doesn't go that way. Okay, so I did that upside down somehow. I think I'm going to have to use another envelope. Let's do this. See what happens. Let me think. Sorry guys, I just kind of wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I'm not even sure I know what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I put this. shape out. So I hope some of you started on that little Christmas house. It's so darn cute. I'm finished with it, and I don't know if I should say who I'm giving it to because they might watch the video. Oh, I'm not getting very much green at all. Darn. That's the way it goes. That little bit there is a little bit. All right, so I've got that, but I still need to cover those. I don't need to leave it that thick. I'll just do it right here. It's always so much fun, huh? Yeah, hopefully that's an inch. I don't know. I don't remember how I decorated this. That's why I'm, you know, I tried to get it all in my head with my little sample that I had, but I don't know that it's all in my head yet. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's just too wide. Probably only need to do it at the tops of each side, and because you wouldn't see this part. Okay. Not the best cut, but that's okay. Where's this paper? I think I should have printed a couple of these pages. Full size, so I would have more room for cutting. But I was thinking every page is 5 by 7, so why not, you know, why waste the extra paper? Okay, actually, I think I'm going to have to let this dry, you guys. Flat. And then I'll have to come back so I can fold it. I think I just need to glue this flap down. I thought it would look cute with an eyelet on it. On the front with the closure. So I guess I'll just wait and glue it down later. Okay, so what do we got here? So I guess we could put another bird on here. I could close this off and then I would have to cut. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, let's if I put him there. It's just a shred too tall. Just a tiny, tiny bit. So that goes. Okay, so if I cut this, that will fit on the front. I'm just thinking, is there any way I could get a full bird? Because I can see I'm going to lose some of it, but I think that's okay. Pockets coming out that way. Let's see. I have got to make a eye doctor appointment. Having a hard time seeing. I Should have drawn it on the back side, but then I have to reverse everything, and I'm not good at that. Well, that's weird. I thought I had that. I don't know. Okay, it doesn't look that bad. Okay. That's cute, the little bird there. So if you are going to change your pockets to the outside, you need to cut that before you put your papers on. See, I could go back and cut this. I don't know if I have enough room. Alright, I'm going to leave it like this, and you know what, if I have to come back and cut it, I'll come back and cut it. So nice to have a new glue stick. I'm going to go kind of as close as I can to the inside. It should not be crooked, but I don't know. Okay, I think that looks nice. Okay, so then inside of here, I'll put some more of this paper. Fits without cutting it. Of course, it doesn't want to go in very easily, does it? Come on. Almost there. I could have cut it off, but all right. I think I'm just going to go over to that edge. In this part. I don't have to glue the other part of this that's inside because it won't come out. It's, you know, even if you put a journal card, you're not going to grab onto it and get it out. Okay. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it. I want to let it dry so I can fold that, but I think it's going to be cute. I like this, and I think probably the only writing space will be on, well, oh, I'm sorry, we're putting a, we're putting a journal in here. We'll have plenty of writing spaces. Okay, so just want to make it look good. And then these guys here, I don't know though if I want to make that the same. See, this pocket is not good for really anything. But put one of these on here. I don't know if I want the bird on the top or just use one of these pages inside. Yeah, I think that would be a lot. So I'm going to cover this part. To glue my edge down here because I cut it off. Kind of wish I had flipped these on or glued them to the back. And that way there wouldn't be any of this. Well, I guess that's going to be covered. I'm going to figure out how to cover this part. This is one of those journals that you have to cover all the pages. All right, I'm going to let you go, and then I'll try to work on this a little bit and get more pages covered, so you don't have to watch me do that. Okay, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. Okay. I'm afraid to fold it yet. I don't want to get it wrinkled. This piece there. I can't. Let's see. We might be able just to go. I wonder if I could just cut that away. All right. That's enough. I'll figure it out. All right, guys. I'll talk to you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.